Hello, folks. This is your friend Marshal Andy. Welcome to our YouTube program we call Marshal Andy and Friends, the Loudon Sessions. I hope you enjoy our show today, and many thanks for stopping by.
Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, for episode number 27 of Marshal Andy and Friends, the Loudon Sessions. Today we're going to start out with an old classic Gene Autry song called Back in the Saddle Again. It was his staple song, wasn't it, Andy?
Yeah, it absolutely was. The one that he was known for. The first movie that he actually did was in 1935 called Tumbling Tumbleweeds, which later on the group he used became the Sons of the Pioneers, headed by, of all people, Roy Rogers, whose name was really Leonard Sly. He picked the name Dick Western for that, to be going to the movies. And then he was picking oranges up in the county, and they sent for him and said, we like that guy that was in here in the Autry show the other day. And they were having trouble with Autry because he was wanting to get bigger and bigger, and he was. And then he decided, Autry did, to go into the service, become a pilot, taking cargo ships back and forth. And then they decided, well, they just put him on. Well, he was known as America's #1 cowboy at that time. When he came back from the war, Roy Rogers, when they brought him up, he became the king of the cowboys during that period of time. And everybody said there was some resentment there between them, but it never was. Right here in Knoxville, Tennessee, they really had a great big network coverage down here. However, they never got to work together, and they finally did. As a matter of fact, they let me be on the show, so I was happy with that. But he did that, and then that became his signature song, Back in the Saddle Again. And let's try it right now. Wait a second.
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
All right. I'm back in the saddle again, out where a friend is a friend, where the lone cattle feed on that lonely strips and weed. I'm back in the saddle again,
Riding the range once more, toting my old 44, where you sleep out every night and the only law is right. Back in the saddle again. Whoopee-tie-yi-yo, rocking to and fro. Back in the saddle again. Whoopee-tie-yi-yay, I go my own way. Back in the saddle again. The next song we're going to do is called Where the Mountains Meet the Sky, written by Ashton Williams and Sammy Kaye. Eddie Arnold recorded it, and Marshal Andy, you've used it many, many a time on your TV show and on your radio show.
Sure have, and I really love it. Eddie told me the story behind this. They had this big band singer with Sammy Kaye. Okay, Cos, which was it?
It said Sammy Kaye here.
Okay, Sammy Kaye.
Okay.
And when he was singing with this was a big band, right after World War II, they were big in this. He was from Montana, this singer that they had. He always wanted to put a Western song in a big band, see, and they would never let him do it because it didn't fit their musical taste for that particular situation.
Did the people think it would be sort of like, people used to look down on country music as
they
country.
did.
They maybe look down on this as redneck or whatever?
Probably.
Okay.
But anyway, he took a look at it, and boss man just quickly told him, said, no, we better stick with what we do. Well, one night, they were short a man, and they were short some song. He was the only one that could carry the lead on it with his instrument. So this singer then jumps up and says, now's the time to try out my song. So they got sort of caught there where they had to have a song, and that's where it came from. And it went on to do a crossover. It did the pop sound and then the standards, and then it went back, and country people like Eddie Arnold and those picked it up, and he sang it himself, and it worked out real well.
But the night they did it, it was well received by the audience.
Well received, and you know, back in those days, Roy Rogers could walk in a place in a movie, and everybody would stop right there and say, "Ladies and gentlemen, in the house is Mr. Roy Rogers. Roy, would you come up and do us a song?" So that's the way they got through those. Yeah. Anyway, that's the story on that. We got a good one picked out right here. The name of it is "Where the Mountains Meet the Sky."
Yeah, you ready to give it a shot?
I'm ready to try.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna ride down that dusty trail to the land of sweet enchantment, where hardships don't prevail. I'm gonna head for the blue horizon, where the mountains meet the sky. Gonna saddle my faithful pinto, tell the boys goodbye.
I'll say so long to Mom and Dad, and tell sister not to cry, 'cause I'm heading for the blue horizon, where the mountains meet the sky. I'm gonna ride down that dusty trail to the land of sweet enchantment, where hardships don't prevail. And I'll settle out in the heartland for the life I left behind. 'Tis better to be a cowboy and have such peace of mind when my roundup days are over and I've said my last goodbye. I'll be up in the blue horizon where the mountains meet the sky. The third song of the evening is an old Ray Price song called "I Can See You With My Eyes Closed." It was actually written by a fellow named Larry Sebastian in 2006. It's been covered by Con Hunley, and Ray Price included it on his, I guess that was his final album, called "Beauty Is the Final Sessions."
That's right. Now, Ray he was a crossover singer going from country to more middle of the road songs where he could pick up standards and all. He always wanted to sing those songs, and Eddie Arnold proved to a lot of those country singers that some people could do that as a country singer and also sing those standards, those melodies. This is one he wanted to put on. He had cancer. He was in remission for a short time, and he got it again. And before he got it again, he told his musical manager he wanted to do this final recording, and he wanted to make sure that this song got in it. So I would like to help you along with it, if I may, just on the chorus. And I'll dedicate this to my late wife, Catherine.
Yes, sir. You ready to give it a shot?
Yes, sir.
I can see your laughing eyes lighting up the night around you. I can see the shadows dance around those moments that we shared. I can see a soft blush cross your face the way you did the first time. And I can feel you tremble as I lead you up the stairs.
I can see you with my eyes closed. I can hold you in my heart. I can see you with my eyes closed. says that love is blind.
I can see you standing in my dreams, reaching out to touch me. I can see the silver glow of moonlight halo in your hair. I can hear the silken sound of nightgown falling down around you. And if God would only grant the right to turn back time, I'd turn and I'd find you there.
I can see you with my eyes closed. I can hold you in my mind. I can see you with my eyes closed. Who says that love is blind? Who says that love is blind?
All right, Andy, it was a fairly easy, fairly quick show today, wasn't it?
Well, it was. We enjoyed it, and we covered a lot of different kinds of music.
Yeah, we did.
Pop
We did.
singers, and then people like Ray Price.
Two old westerns from back in the day.
Yeah, but him being of course a country singer all the time, he comes right up and we do a pop song, for him.
Yeah, yeah. So,
I can see you with my eyes closed.
That was a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some good songs in there, and
Drew says he might want to play it. So.
Yeah, we'll let him have it.
Yeah, let him have it. Well, thank you for joining us, folks, for episode 27. We'll be back here on June the 15th for episode 28. And until then, what's the old saying about the white hat, Andy?
Well, let's see. If you don't wear a white hat, please wear a smile, so we can tell you from the bad guy. And, by the way, where can you get a good haircut in town?
Oh, Mulberry Street Barbershop next to Greer's.
All right. In
Loudon, Tennessee.
Loudon,
Yes, sir.
yeah.